Again, good morning, grade 7. We are now in the continuation of our topic, right? Exploring your computer. Let's move now to starting Windows, right? Upon starting the computer or your laptop, Windows may seek the user to identify which user profile will be used, okay? Is it for the administration, or the administrator itself, or is it for the user itself, right? A computer may have several users or profiles created by an administrator, okay? An administrator is somebody or someone who controls all the settings and features of the operating system, okay? Admin, he or she is actually given the full authority to access the settings and the features of the operating system, right? That's an administrator. Where are you, other camera? Everybody, please turn on your camera. I want to see your faces. Okay. A profile may prompt for a password or not, depending on the settings. Okay. I know that a lot of you here are really familiar with this, even the terminology is being used, right? The Windows desktop. Okay. The desktop pertains to the first screen that loads when starting up Windows. It can contain icons which acts as shortcuts to the installed programs of the computer. Like for example, if you have a shortcut for Microsoft Office or Microsoft Office 2017, for example, or 2016, or if you have shortcut with MS Word or Microsoft Word or Excel. So those are shortcuts in your desktop. The Windows desktop can also be a location where files can be saved. Okay, you can actually save your files in the desktop. Okay, but then again, please be careful of saving files in the desktop. Sometimes, if your computer corrupts, tendency is all your files saved in the desktop will be erased or be corrupted also. The Windows desktop contains a taskbar found on the bottom part of the screen. Okay, the taskbar has the start button on the leftmost, pin programs in the middle, and the system tray on the right. So I will let you see later. We're talking about Windows 10. So the configuration here is for Windows 10. Okay. Upon clicking on the start button or the Windows logo for Windows 10, this is for Windows 10, all right? The start menu pops up and shows more programs which are used, which the user can actually click in order to be launched or in order to launch a particular program. The Windows 10 start menu has two parts. Okay, the left part contains smaller icons which are pinned to programs or pinned programs rather, while the right part contains tiles. Okay, tiles from Windows 8. Okay, again, Windows 10 is actually an advanced Windows 8. Okay, shortcuts with improved graphical interface or graphic interface or GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, if you're going to look at this, I actually screened the shot in my directly from my laptop. If you're going to look at it, okay, this is your the window logo, the one that I'm telling you a while ago, okay, which contains the left and the right part of your taskbar. Okay, this is the programs, okay, and also the shortcuts in tile mode. This is from Windows 8. Okay. Again, Windows 10 is improvised Windows 8. Yes,
Sir,
Travis.
how big is the monitor?
My monitor is around, I think this is 15 or 16 inches. I'm
Oh,
using
damn,
ROG.
big.
I'm using ROG here, Republic of Gamer, from ASUS, with a Core i7 processor and a 950M graphical or graphics card.
i7, oh my gosh, that's
Why?
so fast.
Yes, definitely. With an 8 gig RAM, I am planning to upgrade it to 16 gig, if possible. Yes, really fast. That's why I have here, if you're going to look at it, I have Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Premiere Pro, because the unit can actually sustain or can actually carry it. Working with Windows desktop icons, okay? The desktop serves as a repository for shortcut links, right? At the same time, can be a location where files are saved. You can actually save your files on the desktop, okay? The advantage of putting files on the desktop is that it is immediately seen right after Windows startup, okay? The disadvantage is if in case, again, your system will corrupt, tendency is your files in the desktop will also corrupt, okay? Some of my files are in the desktop, okay? And there you go. Windows desktop icons can be dragged around, which allows the user to organize icons. If you're really into organizing things up, you organize your icons. Like for example, this is for browsing. I have Mozilla Firefox, I have um, Google Chrome, and all of those. Okay, and this is for like for editing. So I will organize my icons in the editing. Like um, I need here the Photoshop. I need here um, the Adobe Premiere Pro for the video, and all of those. So you can actually organize or drag it down. Okay. Similar to any other folder in Windows, icons can be right-clicked to show options. To show options for the program or file, okay, you can actually see where the file or where the program is being installed or is installed or located. Okay, you can do that one. It may happen that there are too many icons resulting to messy or disorganized desktop. Users have the option to hide the desktop icons by right-clicking on the blank area of the desktop, click View, and uncheck Show Desktop Icon option. Okay, I will let you see how. Let me share my desktop. Oh, it's not here. Anyway, let's go back to the discussion. I cannot actually share my desktop. Okay. Again, you can actually have it right click. Okay. And there is a show desktop icon there. I think I explained it short. Okay. Here. So if this is your desktop, you right click. Okay. And then you need to pinpoint your cursor in the view. And you have the show desktop icon. So you can actually hide all your icons. You just uncheck this one in order for you to unhide or to hide your icons, right? If unchecked, desktop icons will disappear on the desktop, but not deleted. They're actually hidden, okay? The files and user created shortcuts can still be accessed from the File Explorer, which can open from the Start menu and to the File Explorer, okay? On the left navigation pane of the File Explorer, look for desktop and shortcuts automatically made by programs during their installations does not show up in this folder or does show up in this folder. Like for example, in this one, okay, if this is your File Explorer, you can actually see your File Explorer in your desktop. Okay, in the tasks bar. Okay, you can actually see there File Explorer. The desktop is in here, so you can just click on the desktop here, or you can click on the shortcut. So you can, and then there you go. You can actually see all the icons or shortcuts created by your programs, right? files and file folders. Okay. By the way, do you want to see the configuration in my laptop? Okay.
Yes.
I will let you see.
Yes.
So this is my configuration. I have a processor of Core i7. Can you see my shared screen? Okay. A memory of 8 gig. A hard disk of 1 terabyte. And a graphical processing unit, which is GeForce. This is around 4 gig. And shared 4 gig. So this is 8 gig all in all. With graphics 530 Intel internal. This is from the processor. So I have 2 graphical processing unit here from the processor and from the external graphical processing unit. Going back to the discussion, let me share my screen again. Okay. File Explorer, files and folders. File Explorer, or formerly known as Windows Explorer, contains files and folders. Okay. A file is any single resource that stores information created by a program. That's a file, and continues to be available to the user or other programs, even if the program that created it has stopped executing it. Like for example, you created a .document file, okay, but you accidentally uninstalled the program, which is MS Word, because that is .doc, okay. But the file there is not deleted, okay. It is still available for the user to use, okay. So that is actually a file. Okay. Once you reinstall again MS Word, tendency is you can use again the file, right? It is equivalent to a paper documents in the real world. Okay. It could be a document of spreadsheet, pictures, audio, or video. That is actually a file. For document, that's .docx, .doc, or spreadsheet, XLS, or XLSX. Those are just few extensions, file extensions. Video.avi, audio.mp3, so those are just file extensions, right? Files have file name, which the user assigns, okay? In a very old operating systems, due to the limited storage capabilities of all computers, naming files used to be strict regarding the number of characters and the characters that can be used. Okay. Nowadays, because of the evolution of computers, file names can have up to 260 characters, including the file path, which is the location of your file. Okay. You can name a file up to 260 characters because of the evolution of computers. A folder is a specific location where files can be saved. Folders help in organizing files by creating subfolders and folder within a folder. You can actually create a folder inside a folder. Okay, I know that you know already about this, right? This method can segregate or categorize files based on the user's preference. Like for example, I want to categorize my files based on the extension. Like I want to organize all my document or doc. I want to organize all my PPTs or proper presentations. So you can do that one in a single folder or a different folder, right? For example, a user can create folder for pictures, a folder for schoolwork, for example, or a folder for videos, or a folder for your for your project, for your upcoming project, for your performance tasks, or download the videos. So those are just examples. few examples, right? By the way, for your output, for your performance tasks, I will be creating by this week, hopefully, or by next week, I'll be creating a link in your LMS in order for you to drag and drop your outputs, right? The history of Windows, Microsoft Windows, right? So you can just drag and drop it there if in case the link is already given, right? I will just let you know, right? And since we are still in the middle of discussing module 1 weeks 1 to 2, I may not give you a module for next week. Okay, we need to continue doing your module until such time that you will be finished doing all the activities. We have a lot of embedded activities here that I will just let you know in your LMS, right? File types. There are different types of files that a program create or a programs create. File types are determined by their file extension, the one that I'm telling you a while ago, right? Which is usually a 3-letter code, okay, added to the file name. For example, the file name is myassignment.txt, txt, okay? This contains the assigned file name myassignment and the extension .txt. It means to say that it is a text file. It is a text file. The file name and extensions or extension is separated by a dot, doc, and all of those. So those are just few examples. The file extension determines what program can open the file. Okay, for example, that PDF file. So how can we open that PDF file? Through a PDF reader. Okay, or that doc file. We can open that doc file through Microsoft Office or MS Word, Microsoft Word. Okay. A text file can be opened by any word processor such as Notepad, WordPad, or MS Word or Microsoft Word. Okay. An image file can be opened by any imaging or editing program such as Paint, Picture Manager, Adobe Photoshop, okay, and all of those, etc. File extension help the operating system determine which program will open the file. Okay, that's the importance of having a file extension. Okay. Other than extension, file can be determined by icons it uses. Okay. We can actually determine it through the icons it actually uses. Through this may not be reliable because users can actually change an icon. You can always change an icon of your file that a file type or specific file uses. Okay. Some files can be opened by different and even unrelated programs. For example, a .csv file, okay, this is comma separated values, can be opened in any spreadsheet because it is actually separated by a comma, and this can be actually opened to a spreadsheet or MS Excel. It can be opened in an Excel file. What else? Where can you find that CSV? I usually observe that CSV when you export your contacts in your phone. In that sense, it can actually, or you can actually get that CSV file and you can open it in the Excel or Microsoft Excel. A PDF file or portable document format used can only be opened in PDF viewers, but in the latest version, starting from Microsoft MS Office 2016, you can actually open a PDF file, and other word processors can view even edit the file type. Take note, in that PDF file, you might find it hard to edit your file simply because it is locked, right? But there are some programs that can actually open it. Are you still with me? Grade 7?